Hello folks, today we are talking about my all-time favorite white grape, Chardonnay. Why do I love Chardonnay so much? Mainly for its incredible diversity. Chardonnay is a major grape in sparkling wine production and also makes still wines of every imaginable style. If you still have Chardonnay stereotyped in your mind as being a flabby, over-oaked fruit bomb, it's time to drink again, my friend, because those days are over. Chardonnay is the second most heavily planted white grape grown all over the winemaking globe. In a cooler growing region or one with cooling influences like high altitude or ocean breezes, Chardonnay tends to have quite high mouthwatering acidity. It's generally lighter in body and has quite tart fruit aromas and flavors. Think lime, lemon, green apple, white pear. In warmer growing regions, Chardonnay tends to have rounder acidity, tends to be a bit more full-bodied, and riper fruit aromas that verge on tropical, think pineapple, mango. Chardonnay has a real affinity for oak, and by this I mean that it has the body and structure to really integrate oak aromas and flavors nicely. Aromas like cedar, spice, vanilla, butterscotch, these are all imparted by the oak. In the past, a lot of Chardonnays were over-oaked. Those aromas and flavors would take over the fruit and really overpower the wine. But thankfully nowadays, this is rarely the case. Subtle, skillful oak aging can add a layer of complexity that really takes Chardonnay to the next level. So let's do a brief little tour of top Chardonnay growing areas in the world. We'll start with Champagne. Chardonnay is the major white grape in Champagne. It is said to bring elegance and finesse to blends. If you see the words Blanc de Blanc on the label, it means that the wine is made entirely from Chardonnay. It is also a beloved white grape of premium sparkling regions all over the world. When it comes to still wines, Burgundy has historically always been the mecca for top-class Chardonnay. In northern Burgundy, in Chablis, you're going to get a very lean, taut, racy, high-acid style of Chardonnay that's generally unoaked. Or only very lightly oaked. If you move down to the Côte d'Or, to the Meursault, Puligny, or Chassagne-Montrachet, or top villages here, you're going to get a slightly weightier expression, still quite racy, still those lovely mineral notes, but a little bit more creamy texture on the palate, a little bit more of that lovely oak note. And if you move down to southern Burgundy, to the Mâconnais area, you're going to get a rounder, softer, more fruit-driven expression of Chardonnay. As I mentioned earlier, the style of Chardonnay has changed radically around the globe in the last 15 years, and nowhere is this more apparent, in my opinion, than in Australia. You can still find really overtly fruity, rich, rounded styles of Chardonnay in Australia, but these are on their way out. If you taste a Chardonnay from the Yarra Valley or the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, you'll be amazed by how lean, how taut, how flinty they are, with just a touch of white stone fruit. If you move over to Western Australia, for example, the Margaret River, you'll get a more opulent, rich expression, but still with really lime-like acidity and very delicate oak aging. In fact, lots of professional blind tasters regularly mistake fine Australian Chardonnay for Burgundy, and many prefer it. New Zealand has also come on really strong in the premium Chardonnay game. They make fantastically fresh, pure fruited Chardonnay with lovely layered textures, subtle oak. These are made in the North and South Island. They tend to be a little weightier and richer on the North Island. Think Hawke's Bay, Gisborne, Auckland, and a little bit leaner and crisper in the South Island, especially Marlborough. California and Chile generally make a richer, riper, rounder style of Chardonnay. If you like intense baked stone and orchard fruit, tropical hints, a fuller bodied, a little buttery hint on your wines, you should shop here. But it's very hard to generalize nowadays because there are cooler subzones in both countries making leaner, more crisp styles. There are top-notch Chardonnays being made all over the world nowadays. I might be a little bit biased, but I'm regularly blown away by the quality coming out of the Niagara Peninsula and Prince Edward County, for example. Oregon and the cooler coastal areas of the Western Cape in South Africa are also making outstanding Chardonnay. So if you think you're not a fan, I urge you to give Chardonnay another chance. I guarantee that you can find a style that will suit your palate. Thanks very much for joining me. If you like this video, why not click the right-hand corner of the screen right now and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, santé.